Hola chicos, buenos días. Aquí Carlos con un nuevo video porque me acabo de enterar que CD Projekt Red acaba de sacar el overview de todo el parche Next Gen que vamos a tener el 14 de diciembre de The Witcher 3. Y pues The Witcher 3 es, creo, mi segundo o primer juego favorito de toda la historia. ¿Ven? Es un juegazo, literal un juegazo. Así que si todavía no lo han jugado, se los recomiendo que lo hagan. Y pues este parche Next Gen, como pues ya tenemos nuestra consola Next Gen, pues tenemos que verlo, ¿no? Ver qué nos va a traer, qué nuevas características se van a añadir al juego. Y pues es un video medio larguito, son 30 minutotes, así que pues vamos a darle de una vez para que no quede el video muy largo. A ver, a ver qué nos traen estos chicos de CD Projekt Red. 1, 2, 3.
Everyone, and welcome to the very
A ver, le
special
voy a subir el
episode
volumen.
of the Red
Sí,
Stream,
no va.
where we'll be talking about some Witcher 3 next gen update stuff.
Ok.
With me, I have amazing guests. I have my partner in crime.
Creo que no
Anita
tiene
Kozara.
subtítulos, banda. No, no
I
tiene
have a
subtítulos.
acting narrative
Entonces,
director. Sorry,
no
Philip
sé,
Weber.
les podría decir
And
como
Charles Tremblay, our
qué es lo más
engineering
importante que
Hello.
digan, ¿no?
It's nice to be able to talk
El
about
ingen-
The Witcher finally.
Yes, finally. I mean, we've been, quite busy with preparing the
Yes,
update,
Que han
with
estado
making sure
ocupados
everything
preparando
is on point.
la
So
actualización,
it's time that we can
estando
actually
seguros
show
que
you
todo
guys the
está en
gameplay. We
punto.
can talk about those things in details, and to be proud even more than we are right now, right? Okay. So yeah, we have a lot of cool things to talk about today, but
que
I
hay
think I
muchas
want to
cosas
start
cool
with
de
mentioning
qué hablar
the update
este día.
is free if you get the
Y
game.
que es gratis,
So,
lo más importante.
Prepare your PCs, your
Que es
consoles,
gratis la actualización.
very comfortable chairs and sofas. Get yourself some drinks for, the Witcher 3 sessions.
Cozy
Yes.
blankets.
Book some
something
time
like
off of work as well.
Y les pregunto,
that. And do
haremos
it on the 14th
streams
of December.
Yes, the release
de The
is
Witcher
December
3.
14th.
Yes.
La neta yo sí
And,
quiero.
Yeah,
Déjenme
Okay,
saber
let's
si
dive
les
in
interesa allá
to
abajo en los
the
comentarios.
cool things. Okay, so the first
Ya,
thing
listo.
I think we should
Ay,
mention is
güey.
ray tracing.
Yeah, that's the
Está-
next gen feature.
¿Dónde está?
So,
¿Está en HD? ¿En
for
cuánto lo
PC
tengo?
we have the
Ah,
ray tracing
1440,
on
60
illumination.
FPS. Vean, manda.
That looks the
Ah,
visual
la
fidelity
bestia,
is
sí,
amazing.
está en
It replaced
PC.
the old PBR that
A
we
ver.
had. We also have the ambient occlusion, the ray tracing and occlusion again.
Voy a subir más
Good.
volumen.
But we have
No lo
other
entiendo muy
stuff.
bien.
We have, of course, we integrated the FSR2 and we have the DLSS.
Ah,
also dynamic
va a
resolution
tener
scaling.
DLSS y
And,
FSR,
we have
banda,
also a
para
very
toda la
nice
banda de
new
PC.
SSR, screen space reflection, because
Screen
before it was
Space
only for the water,
Reflections. Ok,
but now
ok.
it's for everything.
Ah, estaba en el agua y ahora ya lo tienen en todo.
Oh,
Muy bien, muy
shiny
bien.
armor, I can feel
Entonces
that.
vamos a ver cosas brillantes. banda.
Okay, so ray tracing. The game will look even better
Ray tracing,
right
güey.
now with all
Eso
those
era bastante
options. But I
esperado. Va a
think we
tener
also
Ray
have
tracing.
one more
Ray
for
tracing
PC
confirmado.
enthusiasts like me.
Yeah, so we also tried to
mira.
push even further. So we have also new Ultra Plus settings that you can
Ultra
play
Plus.
with. That include, for example, the background characters, grass density, level of details, all those settings we had. It's not a
En
preset,
PC va a ser
but
entonces
you
a
can
mejor,
tinker around, play, and see if it's,
What works
if it's
for
good
you.
for
la
your
mejor
machine.
plataforma para jugar The
and,
Witcher
have fun.
3.
I'm
Next Gen.
pretty
Bueno.
sure everyone in here and on the other side of the
Con
screen.
una
I mean,
PC
provided you have
muy
good
chida.
enough PC.
Exacto, exacto.
We're all gonna try.
Yeah, we're gonna try
Tenemos
our
que
best,
tener una
right?
buena PC.
Okay, so
Si no,
the
sí.
game looks
para todos los que lo
amazing.
tengan.
We have super cool,
Suertudos.
ray tracing options. We have the Ultra Plus settings, and all that combined in photo mode.
Ay, güey.
So
Mira un
now you
photomod.
can
Se lo
showcase the
trajeron de
beauty of The
Cyberpunk.
Witcher 3 in the photo mode. And we know that you already were taking amazing screenshots from The Witcher 3, but we wanted to give you a little help, so we implemented a photo mode into the game. You have some options to, stop Geralt, stop the scene, and play a little bit with the settings, maybe give it a little bit of different mood, change the angle, something like that. So yeah, I think you're gonna be able to create some really amazing shots, and really can't wait to see what you do, because we know from Cyberpunk
La temperatura,
that
saturación,
you
highlights.
guys are like breathtaking.
Wow.
And with The Witcher,
Para
I
tomar
think you
unas
can
fotos
also
bien
create something amazing.
sí, banda.
So can't wait for
Esto se
December
ve,
14th. Seriously, internet's
Dead
gonna be
Field,
flooded
Yeah.
with screenshots.
autofocus.
Twitter, Witcher everywhere, literally.
Yes.
And I think we have to maybe do that you know, a
Photo
photo
mode.
mode contest.
Oh yes,
on that
we,
occasion.
Ah,
for
mira,
sure we do
que van a
our
poner
photo
como,
mode contest, so keep your eyes
como
open
desafíos,
for something.
desafíos
on The
del
Witcher.
photo mode,
Okay,
tipo Cyberpunk,
so-
igual.
Photo mode, awesome stuff. But we also have really cool cameras added in this patch.
Cameras.
I have my favorite one. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but
I think we already saw the spoiler in the
Yeah.
gameplay.
yeah, we did a little bit.
Yes.
But
Que le hicieron
Yeah,
spoiler
so
en el
actually,
gameplay.
it wasn't a
Estas
planned
cámaras.
feature initially.
Yo no lo
It was
vi.
more of an experiment. So, you know, how would
Un
the game look
experimento,
like if
okay.
we had the camera a little
Lo
bit
tomaron más como
closer,
un
a
experimento.
little bit to the side.
¿Qué tal si
and
tenemos la
it
cámara un
honestly
poco más
worked so
cerca, un
well,
poco
like,
más
you know,
hacia
we
un
showed
lado?
it to many of our veteran gameplay designers to play around with it, that we decided to make it a full feature. So
Okay.
you can choose to have a new alternative camera mode that
Ah,
is much
mira,
closer to
podemos
Geralt.
cambiar
We
la
of course
cámara,
know that, you know,
close,
people
combat
want to have their
distance.
control, so you know, it works when you're
Okay.
exploring,
Cada
it
que
works in combat, or when you're
cambiamos-
riding on Roach. But for
Exacto,
all of these
cambia
states, you
mientras
can actually
estamos
also
sentados
choose to
en
have the
ropes,
old
mientras
camera.
estamos explorando,
So you
mientras
can
estamos en
combine
combate.
when I'm
Lo
exploring,
podemos
I want to
comba-
be really close to
Lo
Geralt,
podemos
but when
combinar.
I'm on Roach, I actually
Wow.
want to be far away. So essentially you can mix and match. When I
Podemos
personally
mezclar
play the
todos los
game
tipos de
now,
cámaras
I
ahora.
choose the alternative new camera all the time. You know, I played The Witcher Wild Hunt many times, so for me it's actually new to play it like this because
Yeah.
it makes
Que
it
para
feel
él
like
es
a bit of a
muy nuevo
different
porque
game,
lo
yeah.
hace
Yeah, I
un
remember
poco
the first time we were walking in Novigrad with it.
un
we were like,
diferente.
this is great.
juego.
Like, well, holy
Yeah.
hell, we want that.
Yeah, you know, the angles,
sí
how
está
you can
chido,
walk
eh.
through the crowd, it feels a bit different. I like it.
yeah, for me, my favorite is like the horse camera. That, you know, you can see that friendship between Geralt and Roach is like the, you know, dynamic
Que
duo.
puedes
so,
ver
like,
la amistad
that's gonna
entre
be
Geralt
my
y Roach.
choice,
Nah,
for
es que
sure.
Roach,
But yeah, the camera looks pretty cool. And I
Roach
think a
es
lot
la
of
estrella
people
de,
actually-
de The Witcher.
I actually like it and enjoy playing it. Okay, so we covered PC
Mira,
parts.
estamos viendo el
Right now,
combate.
maybe let's
Oh.
jump to the next gen.
Oh, lo que nos
Yes.
interesa,
Okay,
banda,
so you
a
know,
consolas.
it's not a next gen update if we don't have two modes, so performance and
Ok, va a
quality
tener
mode
dos
for,
modos,
for
performance and
consoles,
quality,
and
calidad
60 and 30
y
FPS
performance.
for Series S.
Did we add something
Ah,
specific
¿cuánto dijo?
to those
Ah, no lo
mods?
escuché bien.
Maybe?
60,
Yeah, for the, well, for the
60
Series X
mínimo,
and
lo más seguro.
PS5, the quality mode, we do have also the global
60
illumination,
cuadros.
ray trace, the
A ver.
ambient occlusion, of course. And of course,
Ok,
the
va a
SSR
tener
will
ray
be there.
tracing.
For the console, we also have the FSR2 integrated, as we did for Cyberpunk.
Cierto.
So this is ready to go.
FSR.
And, of course, dynamic resolution scaling to
Okay.
be sure that we get the smooth ride, 60 FPS. And
Escalado dinámico. Eso
Well,
es
and
en consola.
additionally, if you play on
Oh,
your
sí
PlayStation
se ve
5 or the Xbox
bonito.
Series X
Vean
and S,
eso,
a lot
banda.
of those
Ah,
other improvements we made, so
en
you know,
Xbox
the
Series
general
X.
quality settings, higher textures, level of detail, all of that, of course, is also much higher than it used to
Oh,
be
yeah.
on the old gen consoles. So this will also be
Ok,
looking nicer.
más
no matter if
detalles,
you have
más
quality or
texturas.
Yeah, I think it's much closer to the
Independientemente de que estés en modo calidad
before
o
console
performance.
so,
Vas a tener más texturas, más calidad,
Nice, nice. So it's
Bueno.
gonna look great.
más detalle.
Well,
On
it already
PCs,
does.
I mean, true. But also there's something specific for
PlayStation.
PS5 players. You know, this really nice controller that they have.
Ah,
So
no
we added
mames,
haptic
para,
feedback and,
para el control de PlayStation
others.
5, el
Yes,
DualSense,
yes,
van a
exactly.
tener algo.
Do we have
Ah, qué chido,
anything
qué chido.
specific connected to adaptive triggers, maybe?
Well, I mean, you know, I think the thing you notice the most is, of course, in combat. So, you know, when you do your signs,
De hecho,
when
en
the
combat.
sword hits the enemy or hits another sword, you can actually now feel the impact because, you know, it's done with the sound waves of the actual sound. So you do have a bit of more of a
Oh,
visceral
mira.
feeling when you actually use this controller. So I personally like that one a lot. It's a nice,
qué
nice
chido, qué
addition that
chido.
makes the combat feel a bit nicer.
Que van a
One
tener
thing I noticed on the gameplay that we are
cada vez que
showing
están
on the
en
screen
combate como sense
is that the
en el
quickness.
DualSense. La neta no lo he
That's
probado,
another
así que
feature
no
that I
sé
wanna
cómo qué
to
esperar.
talk about with you guys.
Pero pues, ustedes que
again,
usan el
similar as
DualSense,
the
pongan ahí
camera,
abajo
this was
qué
an
tal les va
experimental
con el
feature.
DualSense,
So
cómo lo
as you can
sienten.
tell, lots of the veteran developers or
Mira,
new
lo siguiente
developers
es una,
working on this project they just
una
also wanted to do those
un
cool things.
add-on
And
experimental.
it's one of
banda.
those elements that personal shout out to Eero Varendi, one of our
Features,
designers.
no sé
He
cómo
actually
traducir
worked on
features.
this
¿Cómo lo- cómo-
personally as his hobby, and then essentially asked, can I try to make a proper version of this in the game? And it essentially means that when you were using signs in the vanilla game, you always went to the radial menu where the time slowed down, you
Okay,
choose
okay.
your sign,
Sí, sí, sí.
and then you cast it. And now, both on controller and on keyboard, essentially you do not ever have to go to that radial menu again if you activate that mode. So instead of the, pressing, let's say, on the controller R2 to cast, you now hold it, and then all the face buttons or L2 become your signs. So A is art, L2 is igni. So essentially you can just jump around doing your different signs however you want without having to pause the game. So it's a bit more of an advanced feature because now you have to use two buttons instead of one.
Antes en consola, no sé,
so it is, of course,
no lo jugaba en PC, pero en
choice
consola
that you can activate.
salía como un
And of
menú
course,
flotante que
there's
detenía
also
el
a
tiempo
tutorial for how
y
to
podías
use it.
elegir entre los tipos de
But
señales.
personally, as someone
Ahora
who plays the game a
creo
lot,
que vas a poder utilizar
especially if you have a sign build, I would never want to go back
la
again.
señal que tú quieras y le
So we are
asignarle un
making
botón o ya van a
sign
tener
builds,
botones para PC. No
pretty
sé.
much a default, kind of.
Creo que eso entendí.
Not a default, but I would say more direct, less, I would say maybe also, it's not annoying to always have to go back to the menu. So now I can just feel smoothly I'm in combat and I never have to go out of it. So I would say it's more fun that way.
I can definitely see
Es
myself
más rápido, pues sí, o sea,
messing up
cuando
with all
tenías
the
que
buttons.
like
cambiar de
wrong
señal, pues
combo,
tenías
wrong
que
sign.
sacar todo ese, desplegar todo ese
It's
menú
gonna
y
work.
I'm pretty
podía,
sure,
a veces, no, a mí me ponía más táctico,
Worry not.
pero
We'll
podía
see how
detener
that
como
works.
la fluidez del
Okay,
combate.
we have the quick signs, we have all the
Quick signs.
additional
Okay,
gameplay
así se le
features and
El mapa.
that we will be talking about. But this is something I wanna mention because we've seen that also on the gameplay. It's the default map. Like I've seen a lot of cool filters right there. So maybe-
Agregar nuevos filtros.
Yes.
It's personal.
So we added a new filter. So,
Espérate, ya pusieron
I can speak from my personal experience. I was one of the
post de
people
viaje
that added
rápido
all
en
the
Vélez.
smuggler caches
Por
in
favor,
Skellige.
háganlo. No mames.
And the
Ya ni
way
vi.
this content is meant is
Para ir
you
al- ¿cómo se
find it
llama?
while
Al-
exploring the
al-
world and it's nice. I found some cool thing. I can go
Al
on.
maestro de armaduras.
But it's not meant necessarily as a checklist. Oh, you should do all of those 50 things. And the way the map
sad.
presented it with, all the question marks, I think for some players made it feel like they have to do all of those things. And of course,
okay.
the map looked very filled with lots of icons. So we added this new filter that essentially hides those question marks from your map and also hides the boat icons from your map, which means the map is much cleaner now.
Okay, el
and
mapa
you
va
can
a
play
estar
the
más,
game,
más
essentially
limpio.
finding those things naturally, not
Porque
feeling
antes
forced to
habían
do
un
all of
montón
them.
de
But,
marcas,
of course,
de
we also
interrogación
know
y
that
todo
there
eso,
are
de
players
quests,
who like this.
de
There are players
misiones,
who want to get all the
sitios
content, who want to make sure
importantes, sitios
that
de
they
interés.
found everything there is to find.
Y pues estaba todo
so
lleno así.
this is only a map filter default.
Ahora
You can
pues
also
ya
switch
le van a
over
poner
to the
más
filter
filtros.
all, and then you have all of those
Para que
icons.
tengas
there.
una
So
vista
it's
del
not that
mapa
we're
más
getting rid
limpia.
of it. It's very much that if you prefer to find these things organically, I think this mode is for you.
Wow,
I
se
really
ve bien
love how with all of
bonito,
the
man.
features
Performance
that we're
modes.
talking about, we give a player
Esto
a
Series
choice.
X.
So
Ay,
yes,
qué
this is amazing. They can
bello.
actually, if you liked what was already there, feel free to keep it. If you want to try something new, try it.
Yeah, and that's very much the idea behind this whole next gen edition, which is if you really love The Witcher and you know the game, this shouldn't now feel like a different game. This should be the game that you love,
So the same
that you like
amazing
to play.
experience, yes.
Exactly, and even with the ray
wait,
tracing,
¿qué pedo, qué
it
pedo?
looks like the
cambió.
game in your dreams, that that you remember how it
Vamos a
looks
subirle
like.
tantito.
And when you compare it, the difference is really staggering. But the art style didn't suddenly change.
exactly, yeah.
It's still true to what
Okay,
it should
el
be,
art
and it's the
sta-
same for the
el arte
features.
del
You can
juego
play the
sigue-
game
sigue igual.
you want to play, but you can also experiment with some new features.
OG way.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I can
El
still
juego
go
va a
to
seguir igual,
Skellige
solo
and
pues, hagan
Yeah,
agregadas
look
nuevas
for all the
nuevas
the map
features.
and see like where's the map? Okay.
Funciones. Veré.
Okay, you guys mentioned that games from the dream and it looks amazing. I keep saying that because I'm amazed how good it looks. So I know we added some extra adjustments, right, to environment, to characters and whatnot. Can we maybe mention some of them?
Yeah, we have a lot actually. I think we have a new, all the grass has been improved, almost all the foliage asset has been reworked. We also have a lot of environment mesh changed, so higher resolution, better textures almost for everything. And I think that we also integrated quite a lot of mods.
Mods?
And also on console this time
Mods?
around, not just on PC. So shout out also I think for the HD reworked that we integrated. and also all the monsters, everything has to be have been improved. We also increased the budget for the streaming, so of course that means that the texture will be, of course, higher resolution everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there were many these little projects where, you know, old Witcher veterans that had plans to do something. They now had a chance to, you know, oh, I'll quickly install the engine for, you know, 2 weeks and I'll make some tweaks. So, you know, even small things that, you know, by themselves don't feel like a lot, but when all of them come together, it's really nice. So, you know, now you see smoke come up from villages far in the distance. The cobblestones in Novigrad are not normal maps anymore. They're actually, you know, 3D. So, you know, all of these things just come together.
Missing a village, now the village.
Yeah, but this is awesome. We also got updates from the dev, like, oh, look, new grass, check it out. Wow, what a beautiful grass, new plants. Wow, they actually, you know, if you look at them side by side, the difference is amazing, even with like this one small change.
Yeah, but, and this is, again, the weather, the clouds, the sky, it's supposed to look like you remember, but a lot of those assets were upgraded or, you know, just similar with the camera, added a bit more variety. So as an example, you might have new
El cielo se veía
that weren't there
bellísimo, banda, desde antes.
I mean, like,
Y ahorita lo
it
van a
all
mejorar
sounds
más.
like you guys were super busy, and I know you were like even busier than that. But I guess everyone was so happy to jump back to The Witcher, right? To actually give that
vamos a volver
extra
a
push
The Witcher.
for one of the best games I've ever played in my life, honestly.
Yeah, I think the whole team was actually quite happy when we discussed about, okay guys, we need to jump to The Witcher. Yep, let's do it. Let's go back, no worries.
Yeah, and you know, shout out to a production team for letting us do a lot of these things, because some of those fixes were also done kind of illegally by people, you know, people assigned to work on Cyberpunk, you know, maybe like sneak in 1 hour, oh, I'm gonna help you with that cool thing. So, you know, usually people were very happy to just quickly jump in and do this cool thing.
Que varios del equipo se reunieron para
coming back home.
Para regresar a The Witcher, a esta actualización y ayudar un poco en el desarrollo de esta
there will be more minor tweaks, some fixes and whatnot. We'll definitely get back to it later. But you know, we also hear our community, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, like forums, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we read all of that. And it's not only about us as a community team. I'm sure you guys in the dev also go there and check out what our community is requesting, what they're talking about. So we read that and we actually put some of those stuff to life. So, for example, in this update, we are giving you some additional modes for Geralt to walk.
Que van a agregar nuevos modos de Geralt para
lightly, he's gonna walk slowly, and if you tap it, he's gonna sprint.
So the boss walk Geralt. I like it. Like he'll be like.
Nuevas formas de caminar para Geralt.
It's actually also an option again, where in the vanilla game you press your A button on the controller to sprint. But also actually lots of other games people prefer that, you know, on the stick. And this is also something that we don't change by default, but if you want it, you can activate it for yourself.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so other requests, also something that you probably already saw in the gameplay that we were showing you, you can now scale subtitles. So if you
podemos
don't
agrandar
see
los
that well,
subtítulos.
or if you want to have an easier experience with the game, you can now make them bigger, make them smaller, whichever you like. It's just something that I think is going to be useful for all of us.
Yeah, I think in my times of, you know, 2015 being tech support representative, we've got a lot of requests for scale subtitles, so I'm pretty sure people will be happy. But this is one of the requests. But the other thing, I'm pretty sure we want to cover that.
Oh yeah,
is the two quest fixes.
Two specific quest fixes. Yeah, you guys probably know this quest because, you know, comments about that pop up even now. Like, please fix that. Oh, yeah. And we are fixing that. We are fixing from Office Shore and the wolf armor hand. So.
Yeah, we tried to do the tricky way of also, if you played the game previously and it actually is broken on your save, when you install the patch, it should actually now also work retroactively. And actually, those are the two famous ones.
Yes.
But there are actually quite a bunch more that we actually also fixed. So, you know, there's a certain smith who sometimes didn't like to talk to you. That one should work now. And, you know, lots of just small issues, like we actually did another QA pass of the game.
Pequeños
Standards in
problemas
cutscenes,
son los que no han
small stuff
arreglado el
that we
feedback
just
de la
tried to add
comunidad, como
more
cosas muy
polish.
Speaking of
directas.
cutscenes,
Mhm.
you mentioned
Cutscenes,
something
okay.
like behind the scenes to
Yeah,
me.
before we
Yeah,
started.
it's a nice quality of life improvement. So,
Ahora
our
los
code
cutscenes,
team
¿cómo van a
actually
ser?
did a fix, because, it actually isn't that easy to pull it off. There's a reason why it was like that in the vanilla game, that now, during scenes and cutscenes, you can pause the game.
Podemos pausar
Some
el
people
juego
might
ahora
not even remember that wasn't possible.
Yeah.
cuando haya una, ¿cómo se
That
llama?
actually is
Sorry about
possible.
Una
now.
cutscene,
Yeah, so if you have someone at the
cinemática,
door
pues.
or you need to go to the toilet while a scene is playing, you can pause it now. It's nice quality of life improvement.
So we won't have like, Mom, no, I can't pause it.
Sí.
Well, if you use it as an
Mamá, no
excuse,
puedo.
you can still do it.
Okay.
No le puedo poner de pausa.
Okay,
Ahora
so skate
Ya no tienen excusas,
subtitles
banda.
fixes to like the two most famous or maybe infamous
And more
quests.
also.
But we also adding a new subtitles.
Yes, I mean,
No
it's not only
subtítulos.
subtitles, it's the entire voiceover for the game. So
Ah,
actual
la bestia.
dubbing,
A ver.
we are adding Chinese simplified.
Chinese.
So now the game
Ahora el
will
juego
be
va a estar
fully
en
voiced in
Chinese.
Chinese, and
Chinese.
this is a lot of players that can enjoy the game in their native language.
¿Español?
So I
¿Tendremos
hope you guys
español?
like it. But besides that, there are also some improvements to other languages. So hopefully the experience will be better in those as well.
Can it even get any better?
I mean, we
No
we
dijeron
have
nada de
some more stuff. I
español si
think
lo
like
tenían,
some minimap. That's something I heard that there were some cool
Creo que
features.
lo vamos a tener que
minimap.
descubrir.
Yeah,
no sé.
so,
A ver
it's
si
again
está en
a smaller
español o no.
feature. So, I don't want to oversell all of these things, but it's nice quality of life stuff. So, in the main game, you could have your mini-map, your quest objectives always showing, or you could turn those
okay.
off. But then they were off.
Podemos
Exactly. Until you turn them
desaparecer el
on
mapa.
in the main menu.
Quitar el
But
mapa de la
essentially, we
interfaz
try to make
para
a
que sea
hybrid
una
mode of this.
una
So
interfaz
when you're
más
just
limpia.
exploring, walking around, those
Sí.
things will be invisible. But
Cuando
of course,
nada
you
más
can,
estás
if you want
explorando
to check
y
the minimap to
caminando
know you're going in the right
por ahí,
direction, you can just
pues
press your
esas cosas
focus
van a
mode
ser
button and then it will
invisibles.
show for a long, like 7 seconds or so. So you have time to orient yourself until it nicely disappears again. But if you keep wanting to just have it there for a long time, you can just hold a button. So, also, or if you're in combat, the mini-map and your objective, they do then also just
Stay.
dynamically show up, so you know you have all of your information. So we just try to give you more choice with this.
Ok.
Hopefully I won't get
Chido,
lost.
chido. Ve,
Hopefully.
ya no
But
está
you can still
minimapa,
keep.
allá
You
en la
can. You
esquina.
still have the choice. You can still keep the minimap. That's
Yeah,
all
I
about this
think
update.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to
Lo
hide
que
to actually
quitaría
get the
serían
full
o sea,
exploration mode.
siempre en
you
una
know,
esquina te están diciendo
in
qué
my
botones son
next
para cada
gameplay.
quien. O sea, para alguien nuevo,
but
pues
yeah,
está chido,
I'm
¿no?
pretty sure we'll get
Ahí te
Yeah,
dice,
same.
mira,
I mean,
con
it's
este ataco,
forest,
con
rivers,
este
it's all
hago
beautiful, so
Night
I'm
City-
not gonna
Pero
even
ya
get mad.
cuando
City
estás
is easier
avanzado en el
because,
juego
like,
y ya
the
te sabes
streets,
los
and here
botones, pues
I just
es
get lost in the
nada más te
forest.
estorban
But,
ahí,
you know,
entonces está
Even
muy
if you
chido
get
eso de
lost,
que
right,
los
you're
de que los puedas
surrounded by
quitar.
all this beauty.
Yeah.
You just look and you can hear the trees, you can hear the wind.
Si caminas ahí
You
puedes
can even,
escuchar a los
hear those
árboles,
small
escuchar el
kids
viento,
singing something in
escuchar
there.
los
Creepy song
Right.
about the master mirror.
escuchar a los
But
niños
it just
cantando
you're
la
not feeling even
canción
mad for being lost. So
esta de
that's
¿cómo se llama?
super
De Master
really,
Mirror,
really cool.
de
Okay,
Gouter.
so we've been talking for a while now. We mentioned some major stuff that are coming to the patch, but we also adding some minor tweaks,
Esos series
improvements here and there.
Está
So it won't
chidísimo,
be just what we're talking here, right? And as a reminder, update will be free.
Como
And it's also an
recordatorio,
upgrade, right? From
la
PlayStation 4 to
actualización
PlayStation
será
5,
gratis, banda.
5
para todos los
from
que ya tengan el
Xbox
juego.
to
Recuérdenlo, banda.
Series X and S, right?
Y si pueden
So,
comprarlo, cómprenlo ahorita,
it's-
banda,
it's
porque
it's
está
gonna be a lot.
rebajadísimo de precio.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have patch notes.
Por lo menos en la tienda de
before,
Xbox está rebajadísimo de
December
precio.
14th, so you can check out all the changes. But I'm pretty sure that we won't be able to fit all of them
There's a
into
lot of
that.
surprise also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we
surprises.
like surprises. You probably
Yeah.
know that. So we keep some stuff hidden for you to discover while you're playing the game.
Ah,
Exactly. The
ok,
patch
ok,
note,
ok.
various little
Que van a
improvements. and
tener un poco de
surprises. I think that's the best.
sorpresas para ya cuando
I
salga
think one surprise
la-
that we can just
la
slightly
actualización,
show,
que no nos van a
maybe,
mostrar.
it's the
The one that we
something that
announced
we
already.
announced already during the WitcherCon, so the
Yes.
Netflix DLC quest.
Oh, va a haber una
We will be showing
una misión
we are actually showing right now
de
the
Netflix.
very beginning of the quest, but we are not gonna
Okay, ese
Yes,
es el
it's very
principio de
important.
la...
We don't want to spoil anything because the thing is,
de la
I also
misión.
don't want to oversell it. We just thought that if we're offering those new, armors, swords, items, that we just want
vamos
to
a
make
tener
it
nuevas
feel a bit more part of the
armas,
game. And of course, if it's a cool armor,
armaduras,
as with other armors
espadas.
in the game, there should be some quest or content connected to it. So we tried to, make a quest that makes it part of the game, so
And
it
we
feels.
chose a very cool
Hicieron
place
una,
for that.
una
For that
misión que
Yes.
quest.
sea parte de-
Yeah, so
del
if
juego.
you're a big Witcher fan, that place, it's very famous for people wondering what is going on there. What is so we
Something should be
actually
there.
Este lugar.
exactly, and
¿Cuál
now
será? ¿Cuál
something
será?
Surprise.
is there.
Ah, es
Yeah,
Belén,
and,
güey.
again,
O sea, hay
it was
gente colgada,
It was
es
more of
Belén.
an improvised thing where so
Es
many
Belén o
Witcher
Belgrado,
veterans, which is
cualquiera de
like,
esas
hey,
dos.
can you help us with this? Can you help us with this? And in the end, it came together really nicely.
Yeah, but I think it was not so improvised afterwards because we even brought our voice actors back to record some lines for the quest, right?
Ajá,
Yeah,
que trajeron
so
de nuevo a
we
los,
almost forced
a
the hand of our
los
localization,
actores de
like,
voz
maybe
para grabar
we'll
nuevas
just have
líneas
50
para estas
lines, or
misiones.
maybe, so it worked out really well. And it was really nice to just hear all the Geralts again, to be honest. As we know, Duck Cockle or all the other actors. It's cool.
Todos los actores de Geralt.
Okay,
se
so I finished the
reunieron de nuevo,
quest
banda.
and I don't get the armor, I get the
The
schematic.
diagrams, yeah.
Yeah, you have to put
Ah,
in some.
ok. Cuando terminamos esas
I
misiones
think
obtenemos
apart
los
from,
esquemas.
Yes.
Geralt, season
Luego ya
1 and
podemos ir
season
a
2,
los,
armor and swords.
herreros
We also have
y
two
armeros a
extra
que nos hagan
things from
esos
the
esquemas.
Netflix.
So we have Jaskier Dandelion, whichever
Jaskier.
name we are using here. We have an alternative outfit for him, and you
Ah,
can actually
tenemos
just
un-
switch it on from the get-go in
Like
the
dressing in the
menu.
fur, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Un aspecto alternativo de
And
Jaskier.
one fun
¿Ese era el
thing
modelo
that
de
we
su cara?
added, is
Ya no
a
me
Nilfgaard
acuerdo.
armor. If you
Oye, espera,
turn it
esa es
on
una nueva
and go to
espada,
the
la que
Nilfgaard
tenía
card,
atrás.
you can see,
Esperen.
what we actually,
Voy a tener
Yeah,
que...
what it
what
looks
we
like.
Espera, voy a regresar.
The Nilfgaard.
Nunca había visto esa espada, banda.
if
A ver. No inventes, sí, creo que sí es nueva, ¿no? Es que había una espada que te daban en el DLC de Blood and Wine, pero esta no es, banda. ¿O sí? No va a tener que checarlo. Vean esa nueva espada, ya nos hicieron una nueva espada, banda.
If you
Ok, sí.
actually
Yeah,
what it
we
looks
mean.
like.
Okay, so I think we covered most of the things that we wanted to talk
Ok,
about today.
creo que ya cubrimos todo lo
we
que
left
teníamos que
one thing
hablar.
that people already know from
este
Cyberpunk.
día.
Yeah. This is the
Pero
feature.
dejaron
If you play Cyberpunk,
algo más.
you know it. The
Y
cross
si jugamos
saves.
cross
cross progression.
Si jugamos
So
Cyberpunk ya
if you,
sabemos qué es.
Log into your
Cross
GOG
progression.
account on your PC, PS5, Xbox, etc. You can easily just move your
Y
saves
ahora
from
si
one
jugamos
platform to
en
another.
Xbox, PlayStation
So you started
5,
on
en
PC a while
PC,
back. Now you bought PS5. You want to play the same.
vamos
the
a
same
tener
playthrough.
nuestros
No problem. Your
guardados.
saves will
Podrán
sync, and you
estar
can easily start
en
from
la
where you,
Xbox o en
where
la
you
PC.
finished last time.
Si tú empezaste en tu, no sé,
okay.
en
I
PC
think that's it.
y avanzaste
for
tanto,
today.
luego
That's
si
not
te
it.
mueves
Obviously,
a
there
la
was gonna
PlayStation
be
5,
much
por
more in
ejemplo,
the
pues ya
update,
vas a
in the
tener
patch
todo tu
notes.
progreso
We'll be
guardado.
talking about the update for the
Como
next
Cyberpunk.
couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But this is it for today's stream.
Eso es todo. Eso es todo por
So,
todo. Ya pasaron
yeah,
30 minutos casi.
remember guys,
Ah, la
the
bestia, ya pasaron
update
casi
is
30
free
minutos.
if you're already on the game. Just be ready.
Pues se ve bien,
December
se
14th.
ve
Coming fast.
bien.
Coming fast, exactly.
De hecho,
and I
¿qué día es
think
hoy?
before we leave, we have
23.
one tiny, maybe not that tiny, but thing for you to watch
¿Qué? A ver,
after we're off.
¿Un trailer?
And yeah, we all
¿Va a sacar un
invite you to
tráiler?
play The Witcher once
Están
again.
todos invitados
with whatever
a jugar The
settings you
Witcher
want.
con todos los
Tell us
settings
what you
que
think
quieran.
about this update. We cannot
Díganos
wait
qué
to
opinan
see
de esto
the
y no podemos
screenshots, all the,
esperar
all
todos
your
los
feedback.
screenshots y todo el
Maybe there will
feedback.
be,
Pues,
something that you wanna also have included. Maybe we'll do some extra mod magic again. Who knows? But yeah, guys. See you offline and online because we have one
Nos
very
vemos online
small thing
y
prepared for
offline,
you
porque
closer
tenemos-
to the release. We're not gonna spoil it, but it's gonna be super cool. And yeah,
¿Qué? Espera.
see you December 14th.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Hasta luego. Nos vemos en diciembre. 14 de diciembre. ¿Qué van a sacar? Todavía falta, manda. Sí, un tráiler. Un tráiler.
Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in
Wow,
the east.
sí se ve bien.
Means war's coming.
Empecé High PC Graphics.
War changes everything. By order of the hierarch, whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn alongside him or her.
Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Esta es la música. No, ya me emocioné un buen. Sí, lo voy a jugar de nuevo. Lo voy a jugar de nuevo.
You will find her and bring her to me.
She's a child of the elder blood.
I've got to find Ciri.
And if you find her, the girl will die.
Our world will burn! Burn in the eternal
Ah, esa parte del juego.
Why are you helping her?
La
Because
batalla.
she's a danger, a mortal one, a power that can destroy the world.
You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
Increíble. Si ya se veía bien en la pasada generación ahorita. DLC, vean los ríos en el agua.
Or someone who knows what happened to her. Who are you?
Los
You know
DLC.
who I am.
Cuando sacan Eredin.
Legend cannot be killed, can it?
Sí, las armaduras. Vi la armadura de Geralt de Henry Cavill.
Hold them back!
Ray Tracing, 4K.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
Banda, ya casi. 14 de diciembre. Nah, hombre.